Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to week number 2 of the Big Blue Boss Rush. Now I think I missed out week number 1 because of the 9.3 craziness in the videos, but here I am back again. So the first thing you need to know that the entries are limited to 4 per week, and if you start a quest you cannot quit out without completing it. So it will cost you revives. The entry is not going to be given back to you if you quit to change your team. So be very sure what team are you going to use. Now for the first fight, Ghost is pretty simple. There are two things to worry about. One is encroaching stun, and secondly this specials are going to be unblockable. Also remember that above 2 bars of power you are going to be power drained with redlining. Also you need to have a special being used while the encroaching timer is up, or you can also use a striker like this so you are not stunned or all of your stun duration is wasted during the striker and you can get through this fight. Now this is honestly a quite easy one and quite straightforward fight. I'm just using it at Thanos. Now there are plenty of options and you need to pick that you can do more for the other fights. So I think if you have a Serpent, he's probably the best champion to bring in for this quest because he's going to be useful coming ahead as well. But I just wanted to use a different champion, so I just went with that Thanos. And just like that, we brought him down. Next fight is going to be a Punisher 2099. Now ideally, the ideal thing you would want to do here, you need to bring in champions who are immune to heal block. So for example, your Serpent would be great here, your Werewolf by Night would be great here. Now because they want Punisher 2099 won't be able to apply heal block to you, and plus there are some extra buffs on those cosmic champions, his battery gain rate will be reduced. And there is a node here, heal and hide, so every 12 seconds depending how far you are from the defender, him or you are going to get a regen. So when the cooldown is going to be up, just stay away from Punisher and you will get regen on you and use that regen to heal up. Now because I'm not using a champion that is immune to heal block, I am just playing around it, applying a lot of debuffs, and the Indomitable is coming into effect and he is going only heal block. This is again a pretty straightforward fight, nothing to worry about it. And the other nodes here are going to be Mystic Wards. Mystic champions are not the best ones. There's also Maximum Overdrive and Unyielding Assault. He gains extra fury, but nothing too difficult. Now this is where it gets interesting. Now you have a Guillotine 2099 with Unwavering combo, Combo Up, Chum the Waters and Super Buffet and Stop Hitting Me. Now with Super Buffet there is going to be a big chunk of regen whenever you will gain any kind of buff. Let's put it that way. There's a bunch of buffs that you gain, they will be removed, nullified. So the best way to deal with it is either you bring in champions that can reverse the regen rate, so like your voids, your anti-venoms, all of them work, or simply do what I have done, just bring in champions that are anti-robotic and you can shut off everything so you don't have to worry about it. Or another way is to bring in champions that have easy access to a miss counter, so you don't have to worry about the invisibility during the cloak and you can deal the damage. Now the perfect counter for this chapter or this fight is going to be Photon, because with Chum the Waters you are going to gain a lot of debuffs and she will be ramped up very quick. Now if you're using any other regular champion, or for example if you're using Serpent here, try to dex Guillotine a little much so you can always have that heal block on her, so the Super Buffet does not heal her up and you can get through this fight. Now this is probably the most difficult fight of all the path. The first node is going to be Feats of Energy, so whenever he will gain 1 bar of power he will gain a power gain and he will give him 1 complete bars of power, so you have to be careful. It's very easy to push him to an SP3. Next one is going to be Academic Institution, so he will apply poisons on you, but if you're using a Science champion and you parry, all those poisons will be removed. And there is also Contagion, so the only way that you deal 100% damage to Mysterio is when there is a poison applied on him, and with basic attacks there is a certain percentage that there is a chance that the poison will be applied on the opponent. And then there's Diversion also, so there is going to be Falter applied either on you or Mysterio depending how nearby or how far you are. Now again, there are some best options for this fight, there are some bad ones. The absolute best 2 options I can say are going to be your poison immune champions that are also science, and they also have anti-miss. So for example, Deathless She-Hulk and Photon will be great ones here. Now if you don't have them, it's not the end of the world. You can bring a Science Champion and you can slowly play through it. So I'm using a Void here, and Void is probably does not have anti-miss, but what I'm trying to do, I'm making my spacing right. So I'm always trying to hit him in his block. So I always keep him pushed to his side of the map and he's not cornering me. And I'm always trying to push him to an SP2, and the falter is always on him. So you have to keep a lookout on that timer on the falter and always try to push him to an SP2 and get those debuffs out, and you are melting Void away. And you can do the same with Anti-Venom as well, but Anti-Venom will take a longer time, so I would not suggest that. Try to avoid the SP1s because they are gonna really hurt you. Keep him to an SP2, keep an eye on the spacing, and also try not to hit him during SP1, otherwise you will take a lot of damage. So that's down, and then you have the final boss, that is going to be an Ironheart. Now she's gonna have heal block on you, and also there's suppression barrage. So every time you are going to parry or any hit that is going to connect in your block, that is going to apply suppression for powers, suppression for power gain rate on you. There's also going to be Nerves of Steel and Galvanize. Now with Galvanize, you will notice a blue unblockable icon, so she is going to jump in between unblockable and also Galvanize, that is shock. So you can only attack during the shock and don't hit it in the block, otherwise you will get shock on you. Pretty straightforward. Do it with a Saga Champion and you will get extra rewards. I just brought in my rank 4 Jessica Drew, and before you know it, Ironheart was down and killed with the power stings. I've given you a bunch of options. I hope it helps. See you on the next one. Bye.